So, when you get into photography, you're bound to run into this question or ask it yourself. Does gear matter? And the answer is yes or no, but it can be very polarizing. People online will give you good reasons for yes, it matters, no, it doesn't matter. So what we're going to try to do in today's experiment, we're going to try to add some context to that and see if you can guess what gear I've used for the photos I took. So, the discussion whether gear matters or not revolves around the premise that if you have more expensive gear, better quality gear, a better camera body, a better lens choice, the consensus is that you get, or the assumption is that you get better image quality, a better image, right? So, we're going to try this out in our short little experiment. We'll be looking at a few photos I shot here. It's on the full frame A7 III, which we're using right here. And we're going to try to see if you can guess which lens I used for the shot. Now, mind you, these are test shots from the shoot. These are not the actual photos from the shoot. We were trying to dial in these settings since it's a studio setup. We're trying to dial in the settings for the camera and the light to use. And these were just test shots. They came out pretty well. So, the lenses you get to choose from, our lens selection would be the FE 24-70 f2.8 GM, the Tamron 28-75 f2.8, and the FE 28-70 f3.5 to 5.6 OSS. So take your time. I'm going to go over the images on the screen. Take your time, go over them. Pause the video if you have to. And if you need more time to figure it out, rewind and just don't go beyond. I'm going to mark a certain point in the timeline. Don't go beyond that, okay? We're about to cross that threshold. This is your last chance. So are you ready for the answer? So the answer is all the photos that you see that were on the screen there, these were all taken with the FE 28-70 f3.5 to 5.6 OSS, or which is known as the kit lens. And yeah, so it's important to point out though that we had two lights for the setup. We had a Godox V1 on 120 centimeter octabox on camera left, and then a Godox TT600S on a 65 centimeter octabox on camera right. Now these are not top of the line studio lights, but they are important in getting the job done. So the question is, does it answer our question, does gear matter, given that I was using a kit lens? Well, yes, gear does matter. It's an important factor. Despite me using the kit lens, we did have lights to set up the shot, and without those lights, I wouldn't be able to get the shot the way that it came out. But it's also important to state that gear is not the be-all and end-all. It's an important factor, but probably a more important thing is the skill behind the camera, the photographer being able to utilize and make the most out of what they have in combination with other gear that they have. So it's bringing out the best of what gear you currently have. Gear does matter, yes, but the skill really is like, can you, it's like a great analogy for that is driving a car, right? I mean, a lot of people can drive a car, but can a lot of people handle a Formula One? Just because you put someone in the seat of a Formula One, it doesn't mean they're going to do well. So hopefully you enjoyed our little exercise for today. I'm sure the more experienced photographers out there would be able to spot, the image quality and say like, oh yeah, it was shot with this little lens, or probably had a better chance at guessing which lens we used. Some of the beginners out there probably may not have spotted it, but tell me your thoughts below in the comments and let's discuss. Catch you later.